Hi, my name is Alan Lamont. I'm going to talk about the true conspiracy, the true New World Order. J. Edgar Hoover made a quotation once, and he said that this conspiracy is so monstrous that when people come face to face with it, they cannot believe it. And that is the truth. It is so monstrous. It is so wicked. When you look at the papacy, when you look at the Vatican, and you find out that it is the Vatican, it is the papacy that has put to death millions upon millions through all of these wars, even in this century, the First World War, which they organised, the Second World War, the Vietnam War, the Bosnian War, the Afghanistan War, the Iraq War, all of the wars in Syria, all of the wars that will continue to spread all across the Middle East. Just think about it. They appear to be a church. They have the cloak and the cover of being a Christian church, when in fact they are murderers, they are killers. In the Jesuit oath, they make the oath to put to death anyone. They will not regard the dignity of anyone's person. They will assassinate a president, they will assassinate a queen, they will assassinate a head of state, anybody, whoever they may be. If they are positioned into power and they defy the orders of the agents of the Pope, they will be put to death. It's a strong message, but I'm bringing it out because people have to be woken up. The Vatican is truly evil to the core. It is truly the Church of Satan. It is truly the synagogue of Satan. And all that the Jesuits care about is positioning the Pope of Rome to be the universal monarch, to be worshipped from Jerusalem as he enters the third rebuilt Jewish temple. According to biblical prophecy, in Daniel chapter 9, he will stop the sacrifices and cause the oblations to cease, according to Matthew 24, thereby bringing the abomination that causes desolation, becoming the man-beast, the son of perdition, the false apostle, the Antichrist. This is the hidden conspiracy of the Jesuit order. Of course, in the future, Rome will be destroyed. According to Revelation chapter 18, Babylon will be destroyed. Revelation 17 explains it will be the 10 kings that will be given their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God are fulfilled. And the Pope of Rome will then be positioned over his one world religion from Mount Moriah, from the Temple Mount, which today is already controlled by the Knights of the Equestrian Order, positioned at the Holy Sepulchre. That is what governs Jerusalem today, that knighthood, that Vatican knighthood. Every nation is governed by Vatican knighthoods. All across Europe, America, Britain, the whole earth is ruled today by the papacy, by these high knights of Rome that rule the intelligence communities across the earth. Every intelligence agency and organisation is run by high-level knights of Rome. This revelation will increase on the internet. It's accelerating, and it will continue to increase and have an impact, because people are finding out the truth and they are being given true facts and real evidence to reveal that actually the Pope of Rome today is the king of the world. He is the king of all monarchs. This is no theory. And when you come face to face with this true conspiracy, many can't handle it. They really can't handle it. They go back to their low-level information and disinformation, because it's just too monstrous. The Jesuits of Rome will sin against their conscience. To be a high Jesuit of the fourth vow, you must not act according to conscience. You have to be a corpse. You have to obey the will of your superiors, ultimately under command from the Black Pope himself. The Jesuits work day and night, year after year after year, to bring about this one world government, and they have accomplished this. This is the truth. This is why President Kennedy was assassinated in the open by Jackie Kennedy, who was trained by the Jesuits from, a Jesuit convent all the way through her life, and obviously then she was sent to Paris to be trained by the CIA to ultimately assassinate John Fitzgerald Kennedy, who was a fourth-degree Knight of Columbus who defied the Jesuits. So he had to be removed. That's why his brother Bobby was destroyed, because they would not allow him to even have the possibility of being elected. That's why Lyndon Johnson stepped down, knowing he could not run against the Kennedy. The whole bloodline was wiped clean. And also, as a warning to everyone else, they killed Onassis' son. They killed, the son of Jackie Onassis Kennedy. They do this to the bloodlines. They wipe out their sons. They wipe out their bloodlines as a warning. And this is why Kennedy was killed in the open. I've explained that in previous material and videos, but I'm bringing it out again, just to make you understand how much power these Jesuits have. Not just to use Jackie the way they used her in the limousine, but to cover it up with the Dallas police, the FBI, and the CIA. That whole event in Dealey Plaza was a staged event by the CIA. It was filled with agents of the CIA. So this is the true conspiracy. What can be done about it? Well, the only thing that can be done is actually to wake up as many people as possible in the time that we have on the internet, to get this revelation out to as many people as are truly seeking the truth, that are truth seekers. Many people, are quite content with low-level revelation. They're quite content just studying Masonic orders, just studying this Vatican knighthood and this area, and looking at all of these organizations. And they get distracted by the Trilateral Commission. They get distracted by the Council on Foreign Relations. They get distracted by the Royal Institute of International Affairs and the Bilderbergs and the Club of Rome and many other organizations ruled by the Jesuits of Rome. And they stop there. And they never go higher to look at the Jesuit general himself, the Black Pope. He is the actual Pope of Rome. He is the man behind the man. He is the one on the throne. He is the one controlling the popes of Rome. That's why Pope John Paul I was poisoned, because he wanted to expose and really just, remove the power of the Jesuits. But he could not. He found out too late, that he couldn't do that. But obviously with the whole Masonic P2 Lodge and the whole, CIA connection and the Mafia connection, he was a man of conscience. And for that he was killed. For even a Pope himself will be given the poison cup of Borgia. Even a Pope of Rome. So when you look at the Jesuit oath, they talk about, obeying the Pope's agents. Well, who are they claiming to obey? Their ghostly father in that oath, their spiritual father, the Father General of the Society of Jesus. He is the one that rules the papacy. And believe me, the Jesuits are not Catholics. They don't care about the papacy. They're Babylonian. Their religion is the religion of Babel and Nimrod and sun god worship. That's why on their seal you see the symbol IHS for Isis, Horus and Seb. The Babylonian Trinity of Egypt. So this is truly, a monstrous conspiracy. But the truth is coming out. And with that, people are being, really driven to expose this conspiracy. And once you start, there's no going back. It doesn't matter what the price may be, even if it means being put to death by the Jesuits, even if it means being, assassinated. It matters not. I'm a Christian. I fear God. I fear God. I do not fear men. I do not fear these men, these Jesuits, who hide in the shadows, who work through all of the intelligence organizations, who work through all the governments across the earth. And the politicians at the highest levels, they're terrified. They are really terrified of the Jesuits because they understand that they can assassinate them in the open and walk away with no exposure. They can do this. They can do it in secret or in open. It says that in the Jesuit oath, that they will make and wage relentless war, openly or in secret, against any heretic. So this is the one world government. This is what the papacy has been planning for hundreds of years. And it is truly wicked and monstrous when you look at even Adolf Hitler, who had audiences long before he came to power with Cardinal Pacelli. And also, you look at the Knights of Malta, how they, were involved in the signing of that Concordat, to bring Hitler to power with the Catholic vote. The Bible says that the Catholic Church, well, the great whore, is the mother of abominations. All of these governments are abominations. They're all created by Rome. All of these fascist states, that Saddam Hussein, ruled, obviously being funded by the CIA and removed by the CIA. Same as Gaddafi. Same as Castro, who's, a high Jesuit and ruled for nearly 50 years, who the CIA did not want to remove. No way. The only reason they moved against him was to set up Kennedy and smear Kennedy, to bring about that whole Oswald operation, who was an FBI, CIA operative, It's all a lie. History's a lie. Napoleon Bonaparte was serving the Jesuits. He talked a lot about the Jesuits and the power of them, how they're a military order. You will find that all through history. Even Abraham Lincoln talked of the Jesuit order and how he knew they would assassinate him. But this is hidden history. This is suppressed history. And you have to dig deep to find it. You have to dig. If you want information, then go to my blog. On my YouTube channel page, you'll see a link called Vatican New World Order. I've got lots of free PDF books. That's the first page that you will see. Lots of them on the Black Pope, on the Jesuits, by men who understood this conspiracy hundreds of years ago and 100 years ago. This is a new movement. This NWO, this exposure. People are just starting to wake up. But hundreds of years ago, people understood the conspiracy of Rome to overthrow governments. It wasn't called a New World Order then. They just merely called it Babylon the Great. Okay? They understood that the popes of Rome were ruled by the Jesuit generals. And, they understood that the Illuminati was created as a front organisation to infiltrate, the Masonic French government and overthrow it and punish the monarchies who suppressed the Jesuits. Okay, I'm going to bring a conclusion to end now. Once again, I want to direct you to a friend of mine. He's called Eric John Phelps. I've been in contact with Eric, quite a lot over the last few years, and I just highly recommend the man. He's sold out. He's sold out. He's devoted to exposing the Jesuits, and he's really pioneered the way in this movement on the internet. Go to his website. It's called VaticanAssassins.org. And you can look at the article section, and he's got a lot of great material there, and also just a lot of great articles. He does a lot of radio broadcasts, and you can find those on YouTube. And go to Unhive Mind. Go to Craig Oxley's website. Craig deals primarily with the papal bloodlines of Italy, but lots of issues with the economy, and lots of issues with the British Crown, and the Templars, and a lot of great information. You'll benefit from digging into this material. Okay, my name is Alan Lamont. Thanks for listening. As always, all roads do lead to Rome, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.